Good evening, everybody! It's great to be back. Jason here from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, streaming on Treaty 7 land, home of the Blackfoot Confederacy, the Tsuu Nation, and the Stoney Nakoda Nation, along with the Métis Nation of Alberta Region 3. Welcome back to Raid the Arcade, New Game Plus. Yes, it's been a long 3 weeks since my trip to PAX Prime. Yep, I still call it PAX Prime. PAX West, however you roll, it's all good. But welcome back to Raid the Arcade, New Game Plus. This is a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games and heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org. There you can sign up for free and start collecting pledges from your friends, family, and co-workers. They'll all go towards your local children's hospital, and then you get to play games for 24 hours. Game day this year is November 2nd, but fundraising goes all year round. Extra Life started over 15 years ago and has since raised over $130 million for children's hospitals across Canada and US, and over $11 million was raised in 2023 alone, all raised by gamers just like you. I'm playing games to help raise money and awareness for the Alberta Children's Hospital here in Calgary that helps over 100,000 sick and injured children each year. I've been part of X-Life for 12 years now, and it's a great way to have a lot of fun by doing a lot of good, and you can donate in links below or my pinned posts on Twitter, Facebook, and Mastodon. In 2023, over $183,000 was raised for the Alberta Children's Hospital through Extra Life. It was all done by gamers across Alberta and all over the world. You can also join in the fun and help out because kids can't wait. And now by giving back, you can game on. If you're one of the first 1,000 X-Life Platinum participants to raise $2,000 US in 2024, you will unlock your very own custom X-Life controller for the console of your choice, courtesy of our friends over at Controller Chaos. These controllers will go fast, so get your fundraising going now. So if you'd like to learn more about Extra Life, or if you'd like to sign up yourself, go to www.extra-life.org. Okay, it's Monday night, 10 o'clock, time to party. Well, as I said at the start of the show, but off for the last 3 weeks because I went to Seattle for PAX West, and I always have a great time. Well, now it's time to get right back into the Chocobo saddle with tonight's game, continuing my playthrough of Final Fantasy XVI. So let's just dive right back on into the action. Okay, yeah, it's really been a minute since I played this game. Man, I don't even remember where I am right now. Well, of course I know where I am. I'm in the hideaway, but I can't remember what it is I'm supposed to do. Yeah, but fortunately, active lore system. Let's see, anything I need to know about the hideaway right now? Let me just see here. Okay. Established under the leadership of Clive Rossfield, took on the title of Cid after his former leader's passing and Titan's destruction of the old hideaway. Here, a community of like-minded individuals from across the realm of Gavir build a place where people can live and die on their own terms. Like its predecessor, it is built within fallen ruins deep within the deadlands of Central Storm. Decidedly unlike its predecessor, however, is located in the center of a lake, Benomare, across whose waters any invading enemy can easily be spotted long before their arrival. Okay, so let me just check around here, see if there's any side quests or anything. No, it doesn't look it. I think maybe I wrapped up all the side quests before I left on my trip. And there's currently nothing else going on, so yeah, I think that's it. So let's see. So what's happening in the infirmary? But now one mother crystal now remains in all of Valisthea. To see balance restored to the realm and ensure humanity's place within it secured, the final heart must be destroyed. Visit the infirmary. Okay. Yeah, let's get the storyline going again.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
Meanwhile, in the nameless slums...
What is this place?
Looks like a nameless slum.
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Phoenix. It would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are ya?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
Okay, some new missives. How do you do that? Okay, looks like that some new stuff has come up.
You've seen more of the world these past 5 years than most do in a lifetime. It's a shame you never had a moment to enjoy it.
Treatment diary. Today, Clive visited the infirmary to have me dress a laceration in his left forearm. I cleaned and stitched the wound, instructed him to rest the arm so that it could heal, but an hour later, he was leaving on another mission. This must be the 100th time he disobeyed my instructions. Next time he comes in for treatment, I'm tying him to the bed. Oh, hey there, Nectar. Kupo! There must be new hunts on the board. Yep, I was right. Yeah, some really big and nasty S-class hunts are on the board. Let's see, including this one. The Trisphalic Terror. A caravan of traders traversing the Velquari told me of a colossal beast that they had encountered on their journey. To hear them tell it, it had the aspect of a dragon, a lion, and a scorpion all at once. I contest it might be not but a mirage, a phantasm brought by the desert heat, but the sweat which ran down the forehead was cold and the fear in the eyes real. Okay, yeah, I do remember that I was trying to complete all the hunts as they came up. Yeah, but since now some of these ones are going to be super nasty S-rank hunts, yeah, I think I'll just let them bide their time for a little while. Okay, it's speaking of biding my time. It's 10:16 here in Calgary, so you're watching me play Final Fantasy XVI as part of Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. This is a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games with the old kids? Go to www.extra-life.org.
You need anything, you just ask. We might not have your uncle's resources, but resourcefulness, we've got in spades.
Okay, let's go over to my room first and see what letters are waiting for me.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
What do you expect? Farmers are abandoning
Okay, let's check the mail. And tail makes 4. Clive, there's but one crystal left, needs cracking, but one man can do it. See that you don't miss. Otto. Telemon made. Oh, thanks again for helping get the dungeon in order. Had you not rowed gallantly to our rescue, I reckon poor Owain and them lot would still be stuck stilling Blightwater over a bonner. There's always room for improvement, though, so don't get your knickers in a knot should I come a knocking at chamber door where looking for more spears and ash and whatnot. Always glad to oblige. Well, as she said, I'm always running off on the next on the next big thing.
Come back.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
I still say it were a compliment.
Say it all you like. It doesn't make it true. Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood? Barnabas Tham, the one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea. Tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, If only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, mate?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay, some side quests are popping up.
What will it be today? What is it that you wish to learn? Study it well, Clive.
Okay, so yeah, so here is... Right, so here is where we are right now. Yep, an army of orcs and Akashic knights marches west from Waloed, not to seize land or resources with gain, but merely to murder any who resist their Malfic Majesty's plans for all of Valisthea.
Thus ends today's lesson.
Okay, but let's see, where are the... Oh, there's a quest there in the infirmary. I'll go pick it up, because if past experience has told me anything, a lot of these quests stack. Or rather, they're in similar areas of the world, so I can do multiple ones at the same time. Oh, geez. It has been a while. I ended up going the wrong way.
Please, Your Grace, stay strong. My Lord Marquis. It was the greatest honor of my life.
To be appointed protector to his grace. I have served him in that capacity since he first began his journey across Valisthea, the purpose of which was twofold. To further the Undying's knowledge of Ultima, and to further his grace's knowledge of you, my lord. After he learned of your survival, your brother insisted that we try to trace your movements. Thanks to the investigations of my fellow acolytes, we learned of you having taken the name of Cid.
But now?
Our journey together is at an end. His grace bids me remain here and protect those you and he hold dear.
So I bid you.
My lord, if I might be so bold, please look after him in my stead.
Your companions are kind indeed.
Everyone has been most welcoming. Lady Tarja has been especially gracious, though I know something of the medicinal arts, it is hardly enough to warrant the acclaim of one so skillful.
I must admit.
At first, I doubted that her praise was sincere. We Undying are trained in what few simple skills might serve us in the field, but there's certainly no praise for those who excel in such endeavors.
But I see now.
That this is your way. You encourage each other, that might each lend their strength to the cause, no matter how seemingly slight their contribution.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but... But his grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by. And our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's sake.
For Joshua? Anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of Stonewort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't reach it. The Stonewort itself is unharmed by the flood.
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonewort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients. I had only thought to ask for your assistance in finding a new source of Stonewort. But if you're sure about collecting it from the flood by the aqueduct, I should be most grateful, my lord.
How do you split the sea?
Okay, so let's get ready to visit the shelves. But I've got a feeling that this might create a big lore dump. Or an extended cinema scene. Okay. Okay, well actually, since it is coming up at 10:30 here in Calgary, this is a good place for a station break. So, you're watching me play Final Fantasy XVI as part of Raid the Arcade, New Game Plus. This is a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games and heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org. There you can sign up for free and start collecting pledges from your friends, family, and co-workers. They'll all go towards your local children's hospital, and then you get to play games for 24 hours. Game Day this year is November 2nd, but fundraising goes all year round. X-Life started over 15 years ago and has since raised over $130 million for children's hospitals across Canada and the US, and over $11 million was raised in 2023 alone, all raised by gamers just like you. I'm playing games to help raise money and awareness for the Alberta Children's Hospital here in Calgary that helps over 100,000 sick and injured children each year. I've been part of X-Life for 12 years now, and it's a great way to have a lot of fun by doing a lot of good, and you can donate in links below or my pinned posts on Twitter, Facebook, and Mastodon. In 2023, over $183,000 was raised for the Alberta Children's Hospital through Extra Life. It was all done by gamers across Alberta and all over the world. You can also join in the fun and help out because kids can't wait. And now by giving back, you can game on! If you're one of the first 1,000 X-Life Platinum participants to raise $2,000 US in 2024, you will unlock your very own custom X-Life controller for the console of your choice, courtesy of our friends over at Controller Chaos. These controllers will go fast, so get your fundraising going now. So if you'd like to learn more about Extra Life, or if you'd like to sign up yourself, go to www.extra-life.org. Alright, or if you're interested in helping out my fundraising to help the kids at the Alberta Children's Hospital, normally at this point I tell you that I dropped my link in Twitch chat, but it seems like as if my bots are still on vacation and they were supposed to be back before, but you'll find my fundraising links below. Okay, so let's get right back to the action with Final Fantasy XVI right here on Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. But first, this word from Extra Life Canada.
Why I Extra Life? I Extra Life to make a difference. Through Extra Life, we're able to bring in thousands upon thousands of dollars for our hospital foundation. When we raise money for the kids, like our champion kid Nico, we're able to make a difference in their lives by being able to have a facility where they're able to get the treatment they need in our own province.
You sign up online, you pick the hospital you're going to support, raise money for family, friends, neighbors, coworkers, etc., and then play games.
You can go to extra-life.org for all the information you need to sign up and start doing Extra Life yourself.
It's just fun to do it. You can build such a community with friends. Like some of my lifelong friends I've met through Extra Life United and stuff like that. Whether you do a big production or a small little game night at your house, there's so many options and so many ways to do it that it's accessible to everyone.
It's a great community. Everyone's in it for the same reason. They're all playing in support of kids' health or playing games for kids that may not be able to.
Doesn't matter if you fundraise $10, $100, or $1,000. Every dollar really does help.
You don't have to be the most hardcore of gamers to get involved. If playing games is something you enjoy doing, and it's something that you're already doing, Extra Life is the way to take it, embrace that fun, and do something more than what you could do yourself. Be proactive, jump at it through Facebook, through extra-life.org. Reach out to your local hospital, they'll know more. Hop onto the Extra Life Discord, find local gamers. If your hospital doesn't have a guild, get out there, form one, and just keep going.
And we're back with Final Fantasy XVI right here on Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. Time for me to yank your nose out of those books, dudes.
I have no reason to assume otherwise.
Well, then that changes everything. Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example. One that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, few have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
If it please your grace, might I one day borrow the chronicles? For a short while.
Of course, Lawsman Hippocrates. You need but ask.
Mid said I can ride the Enterprise next. No, she didn't. She said I could.
Okay, now it's time for the lore dump.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go.
Of course.
Okay, I think maybe I should take care of that little side quest first about obtaining the Stone Award. Oop, I've forgotten which button does which. Okay, so let's see. Which one is closest? Here it is, the Trans-Rosarian Aqueduct. Okay, looks like this one will be closest. Okay, so let's get the Stone Award first. Take care of a little side detail. Yep, and let's ride in style. Let's go.
Run like the wind.
And nope, they're just small fry. Ignore them. Okay, so the Stone Award must be somewhere around here nearby. This way's a dead end. So let's...
Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our Stone Wart. Yote mentioned blood-red petals.
And of course there's a bad guy.
Till they're gone. There's only one thing for it.
Maybe I should take care of some of the small fry first. Any more small fry around here? Nope. Okay. getting reused to the controls, folks. It's been over 3 weeks since I streamed last.
Nice try.
Yeah, flashy move! Haha! Okay, let's see. Here we are.
Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. Right. That should do it. Let's get these back to Yotei.
Okay, anything else around here that may need my attention? Okay, and let's bail.
Yotei, I brought back all the stone and water I could find. Will this be enough?
One of the few varieties of flora capable of resisting high concentrations of ether, this herb is most often found in and around ether floods, where the fauna that would feast on its nutritious roots often fall prey to their acacia cousins if they don't turn themselves.
Yes, my lord. Thank you. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, some experience, skill, and more loot.
You and your brother really are alike, my lord. Though selflessness is a virtue, I beg you, please take more care of yourselves.
Well, thanks. I'll take that advisement. I'm a selfless hero, always throwing myself into the next big battle. Okay, it's 11:15 here in Calgary, so you're watching me play Final Fantasy XVI as part of Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. This is a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games and heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org.
Is something wrong?
Not at all. Honestly. Can't a man wish his friend farewell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
I'll hold you to that.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Our last trip over here to Ash didn't work very well. So here's hoping it works out much better this time. Yeah, the Shadow Coast in the southwestern Ash Deadlands. Ah, that really sounds like something from the local tourist bureau. The land long having fallen victim to the spreading blight. Now even the most meager of scrubs struggles to draw life at the ether drain cliffs that loom above the barren coastline.
Reckon it'll be a long walk to the capital if we follow the cliffs. I'll scout ahead, see if I can't find us an inland route.
Clive. There's something I've been meaning to ask. You took her icon, didn't you?
Yes, I did. She understood.
Oh, she understood. Understood that you decided to save the world all on your own, and that you'd die without her power. How dare you make her choose? You knew damn well she'd never refuse you. But I will. You can't keep pushing us away, Clive. The world is ours to save, not yours.
I used my gift because I thought it was the right thing to do.
And you truly believe this will save you? Will save us all?
I do.
Then so be it. Just don't forget, you're not alone.
Think I found us a trail. Did I miss something?
Only that Joshua didn't.
I don't get it. Always wanted to visit Ash.
We're in Waluda territory now. Don't expect a warm welcome.
Oh, I don't know, Clive. That castle over there looks inviting enough.
Shall we sample its inhabitants' hospitality?
Yeah, let's go looking at that really ominous looking castle. Or maybe not. Let's just press forward. And let's just keep our eyes open for anything that may jump out in our direction. Yeah, well, so far, this continent of Ash sure lives up to its name. Yeah, really not much.
Remember what I said about warm welcomes, Gav?
Yeah, this place seems rustic.
Oh, this place is as dead as Grieger's ghost.
Well, yeah, there's going to be something popping up. I just know it. Okay, it's quiet. Too quiet. Oh, there's some bad guys over there, but let's look over here first. And charge!
I knew I smelled something.
I see only orcs and a Kashik here.
Let's hope the villagers made it out in time.
Uh-oh, I think I split the party. I'm half tempted to explore some more. Even though there might not be anything worth seeing. I punch him so hard, he's going to definitely feel that one in the morning. And he got some amber. That looks important. Yeah, take everything that's not nailed down. Okay, there's some more. There's more bad guys. Stealth attack! Yeah, is that all they got? Is that all they got? Whoop. Okay, almost forgot that. Yeah, supplies are actually looking pretty thin around here.
It's Canberra all over again. Where the hell are the royalists?
Seems you were right about that welcome after all, Clive.
Okay, I've got a feeling that the next story event will trigger as soon as I approach the end of this tunnel. But since it's now coming up to 11 o'clock here in Calgary, this actually looks like a good place to wrap things up for the evening. So, you've been watching me play Final Fantasy XVI as part of Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. This was a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games and heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org. There you can sign up for free and start collecting pledges from your friends, your family, and your coworkers. They all go towards your local children's hospital, and then you get to play games for 24 hours. Game day this year is November 2nd, but fundraising goes all year round. X-Life started over 15 years ago and has since raised over $130 million for children's hospitals across Canada and the US, and over $11 million was raised in 2023 alone, all raised by gamers just like you. I'm playing games to help raise money and awareness for the Alberta Children's Hospital here in Calgary that helps over 100,000 sick and injured children each year. I've been part of X-Life for 12 years now, and it's a great way to have a lot of fun by doing a lot of good, and you can donate links below or on my pinned posts on Twitter, Facebook, and Mastodon. In 2023, over $183,000 was raised for the Alberta Children's Hospital through Extra Life. It was all done by gamers across Alberta and all over the world. You can also join the fun and help out because kids can't wait. And now by giving back, you can game on. If you're one of the first 1,000 X-Life Platinum participants to raise $2,000 US in 2024, you will unlock your very own custom X-Life controller for the console of your choice, courtesy of our friends over at Controller Chaos. These controllers will go fast, so get your fundraising going now. So if you'd like to learn more about Extra Life, or if you'd like to sign up yourself, go to www.extra-life.org. Or, once again, if you'd like to help me in my fundraising, to help the kids at the Alberta Children's Hospital, you'll find my donations links below, because it looks like that my bots are still on vacation right now. Yeah, so that's something I'm going to have words with their manager about. And yeah, that's me. Okay, well, once again, thanks again for tuning in for tonight's episode of Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. It's great to be back in the Chocobo saddle after taking 3 weeks off after the busy, after a really great time I had in Seattle for PAX West for the 20th anniversary. I had a great time, and yeah, that's all I can really say at this point. Okay, well, thanks again so much for tuning in and for supporting Extra Life, and as always, kids can't wait. Good night, everybody. Bye.